Hello everyone. Per request, the focus of this video will be calculating cost of insurance increases on a universal life policy and the inherent risk of an implosion of such a policy if the cash value accumulation does not perform to the ideal projection of the initial illustration, which happens quite often. Now, in order to make this video succinct and educational, I'm choosing not to get into the weeds of discussing the difference of various UL policies or opining on which type of life insurance is best. Every case is unique to the individual, and it's important to recognize that fact to satisfy your client's specific needs. On the outset, I'd like to discuss the known factors of this sample case for a client named Mildred. Mildred took out a flexible premium adjustable life insurance policy, also known as a universal life policy, on February 1st, 2003. The face amount of this policy was $25,000. The scheduled premium of the policy was $30 per month. Now, when Mildred begins to pay her $30 per month, a portion of that premium covers the cost of insurance to insure her life at her attained age at the time of application, which happens to be 50 years old. The remainder portion of her premium payment accumulates in the cash value of her policy. The premium allocation represented in the first year of her policy stays consistent until her age changes. In the second year of her policy, the premium allocation stays relatively similar, as the cost to insure a 51-year-old versus a 50-year-old results in a mostly negligible difference. It's important to understand how to read and calculate the cost of insurance on a universal life policy in order to accurately discuss how the risk shifts to the policyholder as they increase in age. Here is an example of a schedule of cost of insurance based on attained age throughout the life of a universal life policy. As you can see, the factor increases every year the policyholder ages, and the factor becomes exponential the older the policyholder gets. Let's calculate a few of these factors. Now, as we calculate these factors, keep in mind that we are calculating based on every $1,000 of coverage, and Mildred has $25,000 of coverage. In the first year of her policy, Mildred's premium payment of $30 per month results in a cost of insurance of $6.93 each month and a cash value allocation of $23.07 per month. We achieve these calculations by multiplying 25 by 0.2770, the age 50 cost of insurance factor. If we fast forward to age 60, her cost of insurance factor is 0.7463. So we will multiply 25 by 0.7463. As you can see, the cost of insurance has increased slightly, but not to a degree that any reasonable policyholder would worry about. Now, when calculating age 65, her cost of insurance factor is 1.2983. So we'll multiply 25 by 1.2983. In this calculation, you'll notice the cost of insurance has exceeded the regular monthly premium payment, but not to a degree that would drain the cash value rapidly. Let's fast forward to age 75. When calculating the cost of insurance factor at this age, you'll notice that the cost of insurance for $25,000 of coverage far exceeds Mildred's monthly payment. So what happens now? Well, Mildred has accumulated cash value for a number of years based on the structure of her policy. That cash value has covered the increase thus far. But what happens when the cash value runs out? Well, a policyholder has a couple different options at this point. 1. Pay the additional premium to maintain the policy as issued. 2. Decrease the face amount of the policy to match an affordable premium. A face amount that would also need to be decreased every year older the policyholder gets. 3. Cancel the universal life policy and use other financial means to achieve the goal of the universal life policy. 4. Take out a different type of life insurance policy, such as whole life, if eligible. In summation, I think it's important to recognize that life insurance works based on a balance of risk. The life insurance company typically assumes the risk in the beginning of a policy, and that risk shifts the older that a policyholder gets. In the case of Mildred, if her universal life policy would perform to the hopeful standard that her cash value increased based on positive market conditions, she may have had nothing to worry about. But in retrospect, although she would have most likely have had to pay a higher premium for a whole life insurance policy at the outset of coverage, her risk would have been lessened in later years of her life. If you'd like to paper trade a few scenarios of your own, I've included links of the files I used, including the rate table with cost of insurance factors. Thank you for watching.